Well, a lot of transfer news. First of all, Anthony is happy with the amount of money a team friend I asked the Anthony so. In the transfer market, teams are busy. In the market, in the FC Porto, and then team my friend I asked. For Porto, but still, teams are pushing for Van Nelson and Abrante friend Pepe. In the last minute, Yatise Sika and Newcastle United the call so much for Abrante friend Pepe no. FC Porto for rejecting. Manchester United call for Van Nelson and Ibisine. Yantise United for Nakobu. Thomas our penny friend Eric Ten Hag abidu. Waka champion for so moon trap park and so a training grounds one or moon trap man yet say 50 meters. Because I feel the passing and no move bun ye pa. Then Kerm say 2 players. Initially, na United for Lisandro Martinez, but lately, the Aquacopi more Arsenal, Omona Peno, now rate Abrantiano 45 million pounds, and rate Abrantian Anthony 70 million pounds, and on and free Anthony as well. Say, Abrantian United no person or Coco do no, I desperate to join Eric Ten Hag or Manchester United. Openia one swaba or coach I asked they are to so no the Kobena and Abrantian etna, Nanon Anthony, and then entourage and believe we say. The amount of money I asked the attorney so there. In fact, Omon Peso will be free bobo kun no akusi akan Ediama Manchester United. But as it stands now, the United priority still remains on Abrante Ayefeno, Frankie Dion, and almost expect some best and just after him it's likely to be Abrante Ayefeno Anthony and Obeba Bisi akan Ediama Manchester United. Because Barcelona prepare Omo after Abrante decided to pack for the Barcelona training grounds. Now, no, I born who saw Baba Bisia can the Manchester United. After several bid on my fairly, so move me accept no and create free Barcelona and so and say, Omaka copy more Valencia, some Mukako Fabrante and Carlos Sole, and it's rated 20 million euros. And the number of Brante friend Frankie Dion, and I already Barcelona prepared grounds very well for a replacement of Frankie Dion. Until say Manchester United, and I said, dude, I get it so close. Until you say in the last minute, United beating Aquaco to Yesicano, no man now so the signing of Abrante and Frankie Dion. Eric Ten Hag are making it clear. Or see, in the presence of Frankie Dion, you don't need a defensive midfielder, Minister Franco Naru. And the Manchester United supporters, baby, I can say, here a DM, here a DM. The coach feels when you have a register, you don't need a DM because who will be obeying me. So steady the pressure in midfield. Who will be for control? Who will be for precision? Who will be for fluidity? Who will be for personal? You don't need a defensive-minded midfielder. Cast in the mode in the United history, like Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, to be combative in front of your back line. But I dare say Coach Neti say, in any team that has a register, the next person to the register a holder. Gattuso Pello, Obianim Pen, even in Ayas. Lizard schools and then Abrante fed Frankie Dion. You know, you bet me abuba. So when you have a be or passable no a chrome diamano, you go Kante just close to Georgino, and the list can go on and on and on.
When you have a register, the next person to the register is a holder. I'm confused.
Then my person say, see a cast will be a register in footballer. Italy for no this idea and buy register no almost friend director and as a conductor. The midfield no or no the control midfield no in front of their back four, the next person to their back four no a register na all control midfield no. So in PSG they have Marco Verratti. In the Juve days they have Andrea Pirlo. In the Carlo Ancelotti days they have Andrea Pirlo. The Italian team that won the World Cup in 2006 they have Andrea Pirlo. Inti yebeti mi aboba na saa nipa na o control conducting me food role no anywhere. The next person na ogira ne nchen eye obi a oya combative otimi take otimi win ball otimi de bite ba midfield. Inti Georgino e control midfield for Chelsea nipa ogira ne nsa nifa Abrante Ayefeno no N'Golo Kante. Andrea Pirlo e control AC Milan Italy midfield. The next person to him was Abrante Ayefeno Ivan Gerardo Gattuso. Inti you know I'm in person me kasa na bewa. Time Frankie Dion control the Ajax midfield in the semi-final of the Champions League. The next person to Frankie Dion was Abrante Fen Lizard School. Inti sana me person me chere. Inti openino ni total football no person obebo na Manchester United. Omo say United defense via defense. Omo consider omo share 57 concede 57. The worst in their history. So he will need those kind of players. Omubetimi ababe cover that space, that protection within the back four of Manchester United. Okay. Now Chelsea nso akwa copy mo Manchester City ashe. Na Chelsea copy ebu only two players and Genoa omo de omo person cover from Manchester City the babe pim e wo team my friend Chelsea. First of all, yedi ka so open your friend Pep Guardiola. Say this season so hwekon of associate the team ne dia. Abrante friend Raheem Sterling e be yedin so benya biabo. Off last 2 seasons. But about back be game ni be boy last season. A top scorer of the side. But in Kerm say he's surplus to requirement. The team are ready to move better no. Team are your friend Chelsea. And Kerm chira. On your penny your friend Thomas Tuchel Laka. Into your penny na sure of playing time. Nisika ojene de obianim say £300,000 a week to do Manchester City. As to Chelsea DB Beckham, they've not discussed to that particular level. But the coach has assured him of playing time. And in a year for the World Cup, Raheem Sterling would love to be part of the Chelsea team. Coach in the Chelsea penning for Nadia to say, the technical quality, the experience, being part of the Premier League from Liverpool to Manchester City. Or one player who knew born Bobo Yi. It is Obeka Chelsea Bobo Konoa. Obetimi aboa amoma compete so well for the EPL no. Nathan Ake. Pep Guardiola beje ni mu ana. So Manchester City team ni ma de no a. Ono so last season okoko join omo. Emre Laporte, John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and omo kwa kofa ma Kokoyera and Swaba Beckham. A player who can play on the left side and can play as a center back. So in pecking order. He's the 4th choice of the Manchester City center defense no. Because also here playing time to be part of the Orange national team for the World Cup in Qatar. But at Chelsea a left-footed center back who into the market and the players are lining up in recent times. A Chelsea Penino, here will be a left-footed player waiting about the left side of the central defense in the Diamond. And this is a player I will say Juma Dino say Chelsea. And I do know I tried Chelsea for 4 seasons. And so I call Bournemouth. Now it is the turn for him to come back and ply his trade at Chelsea. Chelsea Beka Kofano, Pep Guardiola, Ebeban Abranti Nako, and I saw Bemonatana because at a certain point in time, injuries and so has City central defense until your time I able to go and watch the game against West Ham United. A choir West Ham attack and fast to create certain loopholes within the back line of the City team. As to saw about Chelsea, I feel you but for Raheem Sterling case, Obianim so no dear. City are gradually pushing out.
Alexander Zinchenko. Afe Milan screen. Yensho almost in the scheme of Tuchel Nema.
Upper Milan screen. I know they were Chelsea are caught and initially for Romelu Lukaku. Omoka sen komo e de swap di nom diskaka kraka ho. Openi e friend Giuseppe Beppe Morata ampene. Also Lukaku express interest. He's ready to play. Milan Skriniar is one priority. They want to sell him, get money, go to the Italian Serie A, picking 25, 20, 30 million euro players. Na fane bra beche Inter team no. It is Skriniar there. Why ready so bet you 70 million euros no and on my ready so mo beton the Slovakian international diamond. PSG 50 million ko mo amfi omo. Omo 55 ko mo amfi. Omo 60 ko mo amfi. The price tag is 70 million. And maybe at Chelsea didn't. So Chelsea center back in the last 2 days. Milan Skriniar is out because it looks as if say Luis Ocampos gradually accepted to pay the 70 million to Milan Skriniar. Chelsea are in the market for Matthias de Ligt, Nathan Ake, and these are players are Omohe. Zinchenko did can't buy and say Okako Pimo Arsenal. But the last minute unti any news to be from Zinchenko within the Arsenal ranks. Chelsea bench well any player last season only Abrante friend Marcos Alonso, but injuries in bench well Cotren Fiafino over back. Marcos Alonso is tipped. So beat me Akako Pimo in Barcelona. In the last few days, no story on Marcos Alonso. Zinchenko is one of my guys. I'm a pombo. I'm even surprised Pep want to sell that particular boy because for me, I'm surprised. Pep believes Marco Koyera can play better than Zinchenko, who had been part of their team for a very long time. Okay. But on only one say we are versatile. He gives him more options in defense until pushing it out. Chelsea for this particular young boy, or bad Chelsea, or be added up to the left-sided role. Say Marcos Alonso, they obviously need a left-footed player on the line, and I think he's a good player.
Andros Townsend, Townsend a two Richarlison for. So Tottenham no, and just step up a man.
You know, I agree. So here, Abranti
Because we call Tottenham, and just step up.
Well, based on his talent and what he has done, and the teams are approaching in recent times, Tottenham they offer him. Paris Saint-Germain, at a point, team Carlo Ancelotti no person than the Real Madrid.
Everton, Tottenham na oko. I say just step up.
Oh, you know how compare the two? They are Tottenham also chair Everton.
Okay.
Tottenham also chair Everton.
Okay.
Baby. You don't remember the last time Everton even played in the top four. It was so chair. But I'm looking at it from the other links. PSG, Real Madrid, Chelsea. 3 teams are a buy in the last 1 year saw more per Chelsea.
Mind you, Andros Townsend will bomb 2 clubs.
Yes.
Everton and Tottenham.
Yes.
The Oka on him. The Oka.
No,
the time when Everton was crossing Tottenham. But the need
Okay.
Spurs was crossing Everton baby.
But it's always on the form. I said Andy can.
Yeah.
Clubs are
I'm sure he's basically telling him to aim higher.
Okay. Simple.
Than say Oko
Tottenham. Yeah.
Baby, I will move work on the I say free P2 ako P3.
Uncle.
Yeah. Piece you say pieces for you.
I want chance I go P6. Why not?
You know, I don't think if Chelsea are pushing for this boy, he will choose Tottenham. I don't think if PSG are pushing for this boy, he will choose Tottenham. I don't think if Carlo Ancelotti want to sign this boy, he will choose Tottenham. No. And then, baby Everton wo, any baby Everton free about Bidrui, any the project Antonio Conte person oyeno. You know, he feels that Tottenham is the best deal for him now. Sikasemu. Then let's not forget, Everton signed him from Watford for £50 million. Tottenham are ready now to pay £70 million, and he is a versatile forward. Benkuma from what the own team is on you moon more into Uncle Preo. Harry Kane is a sure bet and one of the best strikers in the game. Untimino compete. But on the right side, in the absence of Steven Bergwijn, he has no competitor. Into no Timebo Nifa, Otimibo any moon, Otimibo Benkuma from. And I think, you know, just a game against Crystal Palace saved a team called Everton. Lampard is still around. And then, and you know, almost happened. They are still looking for Abrante and Anthony Gordon too. Another creative outlet within the Everton setup. And to say, oh, you're Rachel listener. You know, Obe battle for relegation be one. And also Obeko a team that will play in the top 4, a team that will compete for the Champions League. If I'm his manager, obviously I'll opt to be part of a team that will play in the Champions League. So Abrante and Tottenham, you know, it's a step ahead of team friend Everton. Okay. In Italy. AC Milan for a 3 players from Paris Saint-Germain. Omo Petiro Kera. Omo Senegal ni Abrante FN Abu Diallo. And now Abrante FN Julian Draxler. And run yet say PSG for the Julian Draxler eken sika ho. So omo kwa kofa Abrante FN Milan screener. And Abepe Morata and Piero Sido so omo mpene. Now AC Milan almost try so almost beat me associate team because after winning the league for the first time in 11 years, it was a Champions League almost able to make a case because the last time was a humiliation. It was embarrassing. Being in the group of Porto, Liverpool and Atletico Madrid, a cathedral in the shape of AC Milan. Not you know Milan, ebe called last year. Let's just almost say Babaka dynamics necessary from their time where they were dominant and possessed top quality materials. If you carry tomorrow, remove a modern in the Italian Serie A. David Carabia mubebo, Theo Hernandez beti me ajibo na twa akwa akobase. Francaise mubema that stability. Sandro Tonello mube show up. But in the Champions League you need quality. Obian the talent Julian Draxler ekurano, but unfortunately for him, certain decisions I will take it to PSG no amwano. NMC ko no so gie nti. They do onye na dwen da. So be free PSG team no. But now Germany gradually are shorting of talent at the level of Julian Draxler, especially in recent times. Born do onimbo, but so benye bia bode bia na onya part, why part of Hansi Flick team no so yeki. And for me, AC Milan will be a better place for him. Abu Diallo, Obian him say on time started, but Obama on also to a good player, finding a different place will be key. Tiro Keller on also started for the German national team most games. On also a bench Oma because of Ashraf Hakimi, and they are now bringing Medan Skriniar, a versatile defender. But team now woman you know onya bimbo nti ono so mubu no akọ one ho no nya baby ejina no timi aye part of the German team for the World Cup for me is spot on. Jack Grealish na Stan Colley mo etunefo sensa na wa show mo na owie no onyai because obiti say Gaza, you know, in the last 30 years we can talk about Lampard, we can talk about Owen, we can talk about Gerrard, we can talk about Paul Scholes, but none of them come close to Paul Gascoigne. A dear now man me mobile and the potential will be here. And if you want to watch him well, go back and watch the Italian anti-World Cup. Sensational. Only Toto Scolacci stole the whole show at the World Cup. But eventually, and son or Wintino, and the ball baby and also the Truno, one friend. And you know, we've read the history about George Best and how alcohol affected him. We've read the history about Garincha and how and Sama Garincha and Drew Babia also drew after winning 2 World Cup in Brazil. Or more consider and coach when you're in Sunday Marpen and Kotoa Sobobola would have been better than Edson Aranti the Nascimento Pele. Into a brand or the TV suite. £100 million player for Manchester City or buy and went to me and more. And McCann has said, play you check it the last top 10 most expensive signings in the EPL. The only player what me live up, Virgil van Dijk and Kwan, Obi and Timimo. Yet this Kakasi before Obi about Timimo. Now, City this kind of fan or buy, you know, still an fat. And look at how he failed to live up in the game against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Wabra the car cop him several times in England. This time Wabro Ibiza. Or free Ibiza or San Quaco drew a Las Vegas and a brown wobro. Now how crowd or Sunday, Metro Man for Koya. So a permanent number no or the phone number no Makakoja number Nabren. A Juma Jack Grealish. He's not thinking about how he failed to live up in the City setup. City phone for a report to be a man. And you know, I can't video be or call bro or bar. Na for phone crew more that video nearby. It's in some way and Jack Grealish goes to our way. And advice as Stan Colley at the man say, Onuru a dry no. Onuru players now Mudino. But because of alcohol, none of these players was able to live up to his full potential. The pictures never been also any jam kwan oje. Ronaldo money abro mo ye training. Thiago Silva money abro mo ye training of you know. Confirm code here and San Warrior. It's just an advice to him. So be
Barcelona I ran out of time to persuade Dembele to stay.
You know, Enra Monday no, Enna Musa Sissoko, or the agent of Abrante FN Ousmane Dembele. Barcelona for the for that to Dembele manager him that in the first time some bemano 6 million euros a year. Yenimsa Abrante energy 200,000 euros a week. In terms of bemano 6 million euros plus 1.5 add-ons. Almost a munyan tum into Sissoko Ababi PM Pratt Airport. Kusha Barcelona for showdown yene. So much me be can one Arantini be say because Javi extra and holidays also because of Dembele. So Babetina meeting nimbi. I'm penning for making sure said Dembele every stay. Now ono Chelsea are no clarity. Said you pay beyond the Berman because on Thomas Tuchel like Jumada. A Honso Saba or more playing time to play. Barcelona for not considering the number of days I was nephew the last time I can said you know what nephew 705 days. We're missing 105 games. That is the injury situation of Ousmane Dembele. They are not looking at his attitude. Okay. They not make attitude that Barcelona are not looking at the attitude. They are looking at his quality and what he brings to the table. It is about to me the big can hold the maybe he can choose to stay because of an injury Sahana. I feel when you have a very good season. And within the Barcelona front line, with that audacious space, and then we'll check in the level of creativity for the Barcelona team up front this particular season. Dembele abom modern. Instead of now, a bit boy Javier Maneme Timiakuyi. But as to say, Musa Sissoko and so Bediatum and then a branch and Bediatum, another issue. If Chelsea offer more, if PSG offer more, it's likely Sabrante will move because the stance is so clear. And then the BBRB on Thursday. Okay. Meeting in the Berry Hour, meeting in Bisiako.
Okay. Frank.